Hi, what's up? I'm Aneta Volcano from anetavolcano.com. I'm a singer, songwriter, music producer, and recently I've been into video editing as well. It's really cool, it's fun, but it can be frustrating at times. Today I'll be showing you how to edit videos using Windows Live Movie Maker. I think it's the best program for beginners. It's super easy. If you're just starting out, that will be the best for you. So let's get cracking. So here we go. So I've prepared a few videos that I'm going to use for editing. So these are some clips from recording of my video. Let's see what we've got. So it's like a scene of me dancing in the woods to the song. And here there's another clip of me playing with a scarf in the field. So let's see what we can cut, what we can do with it. And then I have the video of some windmills in the background. And then I have the video of the sky and the sun. So what we could do is we could possibly start with this clip. So I can move this one on to the end. I want to start with the clip of the windmills, let's say. Okay, so I move it to the beginning. So I basically drag and move to the beginning. And let's see if I need the whole video. Probably I could cut it because it might be quite long. Okay, I could cut it a little bit, so maybe there. So basically if I want to cut it, I just basically stop with spacebar, and then I go to edit and split. Edit, split. I split it, and if I don't need this frame anymore, I can just delete it. If I don't know if I'm gonna need it, I can put it right, I can drag it till the end and see if that's gonna be of any use anytime. Maybe I can drop it somewhere else in the middle, or so it can be there. So at the moment I've got 2 seconds probably, yeah. And then, for example, at the beginning of this clip, I don't want to see me running for the scarf, so I can cut this bit as well. So maybe from here I can split it, and again, if I don't want, I can delete or just drag it till the end. Let's see what we've got now. Right, what I could do is I could mix those two clips together, so it's more interesting and varied. So the clip in the field and the clip in the woods. For example, I can cut this one. Somewhere there. Maybe here. There. So I can split it again into smaller sections. Let me see. No, I'm saying something there. I don't want that. No, it's very hard. Maybe there. So I'll split it there. Okay, now I have to cut these. Now I have to cut this video as well into sections. Maybe here. No, I'm dropping the scarf. Maybe that. Let me see. Okay. I don't want the, when it's like, when I'm dropping it, I don't want that. This is funny. Like that, but it's a little bit long. Or maybe from here. So what I'm doing is basically I'm cutting the videos into smaller chunks because I want to be able to put, I want to be able to mix the videos, mix the clips from different places, so it's more interesting. Let me see what I've got. This one as well. Oh, that's it. So let's see what we can use. So for example, I've got this. Maybe here I can put this together with this one. A little bit long. Yeah, there. And then this one there. Even cut it even more. And then put this one there. A little bit long. It's, you know, when you start putting them together, they feel like they are too long. Okay. Then again, this one I can put there. Maybe actually I could use these clips. Come on. Oh, I don't like the beginning. This. So I can split it and cut. You have to make sure that you're deleting the right frame, because usually the next frame is highlighted. I want to I want to delete this one, right? So I have to highlight it first and then delete. So there. Let me see. I'm saying something there. What if I don't want that. Okay, so let's see what else we can throw in. So there's a beginning. You're playing with the scarf. No, this is the moment when I'm dropping the scarf. So I don't want that. I want to delete it. And here I'm gonna put... wait a minute. So, this one there. This one there. This one there. And this one in the middle. And this I don't want, unless maybe that one. No, this one at the end. This one here I can use. So this one delete. So probably I'm gonna use that one there. And yeah, if I want to, let's say, use, I don't know, the sun, I do the same thing. That's enough. Split. But where am I going to put it? Where am I going to put it? At the end? Okay, let's see what we can, what else we can do. So, for example, this frame is quite short. I could slow it down. So if I want to slow it down, I could go to, where do I go? I forgot. I forgot where to go. And I only did it a month ago. I was using that option. Okay, so let's think. Speed, of course. So here. So I've got these options, right? So I want to make it slower. So basically I can hit this one and see what it's a little bit slower. Now I want to make it even slower than that. So 0.25 could be good. Yeah, so that's what you can do. You can do with any clips. Let's say, for example, I want to do this one slower. So again, a speed 0.25. Let's see. Could be too long for my liking. So I would have to cut it again. Cut this one. Split. And maybe use it somewhere else. So I've got this one there. Shuffle them. And there. There. Okay, that seems good. So let's see. Right, so that's just the basics. You can of course make it faster if you want it to, 2 times faster, 4 times faster, and so on. So you can play with these options. That's one thing to do. Now, what to do with the music in the background? Go I'm not going to be using the music that I've got. So what I can do is, when you go here to video volume, see, it's right on the highest setting. So what you want to do is go to the lowest settings, and then you will not be able to hear any music. So if I hit that, nothing, right? And then, so if you want to do it for all the other slides, then you highlight it with a shift and go to the video volume again, and then drop it down. It should work on all of them. Let's see. Come on. Click. Yeah, my computer is sometimes very slow. Doesn't allow me to do things. There you go. Just quiet, quiet, quiet. Yeah, so it worked. That's what you can do. So then you can't hear anything, any background music, anything. If you want to add music, your own music to the video, you can go home and then add music, and you can add music or add music at the current point. So wherever your cursor is, that's where your music is going to be added if you pick that option. I'm going to use add music just from the beginning of the project. So I'm going to use the song What If? Maybe just a backing track if I wanted to. Let's see. Yeah, so it's just the backing track at the moment playing. sounds quite good. This one is quite long. If I wanted to make it really, really good, obviously I would have to look at how the music corresponds with the pictures and different frames. So, you know, if I see that, you know, I need to slow something down, maybe here and there, I would do that. If I see that, if I feel that a clip is too long, then I cut it, obviously, you know. So it all depends on the music you want to use, on the vibe of the music, the tempo, and so on. So here, I feel like this clip is far too long for this. It has to be shorter, maybe up to there. So again, split, go to edit, split, and maybe use this somewhere else or leave it till the end. If I want to use it, I may use it later. So yeah, I love the slow motion. It's so nice. It looks so cool. Look at that. Yeah, very nice, very nice. So that's that. What else you can do? You can fade in music. So if you've got, you have to click on the music though, on here. Can you see? I'm clicking on the music, so it's highlighted. Now here I go, can you see? Fade in, fade out, and you can pick either none, or you can do slow fade in and maybe medium fade out. I usually do medium fade out if I'm using it for some Instagram stories, or it depends, you know, you can choose whatever. Let's see if you can see that. Wait a minute, wait a minute. So let's say slow and then fade out medium. So yeah, when you play it back, you can hear start slowly and then at the end fades out as well nicely. So yeah, it depends what you want to pick. It's your choice. Now, if you wanted to make the music, maybe music volume slightly lower, you click on the, double click on the music. So this comes up, and then you see music volume here, music volume, and then again you can adjust the volume here. So you can go slightly quieter if you wanted to, if you don't want your music to be that loud. Maybe for example you want it to be only in the background. Maybe you are talking through the video and you don't want it to disturb. So basically you can lower it down. So if I play it, yeah, it's gonna be much quieter. Yeah, so it's up to you. But make sure that you double click on the music, because then it takes you to music volume. If you are on the slide, then you are on the video volume. So the volume of the video that you've recorded with. So that's that. So you can do this, and obviously, you know, later on you can play with lots of different things. You can add captions to it. So if I, for example, wanted to add captions to the video, to the first slide, I click on the first slide, and then here I go to captions and I type something in here. It could be anything. This is, or this is my video. I don't know, whatever. Okay, and you can, here you can change the size of your font. You can change the font itself. Yes, you can play with it. You can change the color. The thing is, you can move it around. Yeah, usually I put it on the bottom because that's where the black stripe is, and then you can, you know, it doesn't disturb the video. But what video live doesn't allow you to do is, if you want to add a second clip, you cannot add a second caption here. You have to use the same box. If you wanted to add something, let's say, I don't know, oh my goodness me, maybe you have to kind of do this, you know. So let's say this is on the top, this is on the bottom of, let's say this is my video, enjoy, right? So it would appear like that, okay, on the screen. You cannot do two captions, unfortunately. Yeah. So if I, for example, wanted one there and one on the bottom, I cannot add another one. Basically, it doesn't do that. But yeah, I've got my caption. Then, you know, if you want, you can make it longer or shorter. So you click on, again, on the caption twice here. And then text duration, you can choose how long you want it to be for. You can change it to as long as you want. If you want the same caption to run for the entire video, you can do that. And basically type in here 15 seconds or 20 seconds or a minute. It doesn't matter, you know, as long as your video. You can move it around also. So if you, for example, you've changed your mind and you think, oh no, I don't want to put it there, I want to put it here. So you can move it there as well. You can do that. For this, you can choose different animations or different ways of the text appearing on the screen. So you can pick. So here you've got different options. Yeah, you can pick this one, or you know. So let's see. If you do this, that's how it's gonna appear. Where is it? Home. Double click on this, and then it shows you the options. So here I want maybe this option. Let's see. So it's going to come up like that, and so on. So you can play with that. You can also pick different beginnings for your video. For example, here you've got different choices here, right? Maybe you want to pick this, my movie, and change the subtitle. But beware, because if you add one of those, make sure that you make that choice before you add these, because if you pick this one, your music will still start on the first slide, and if you're happy with that, that's fine. But if not, then you have to shift your music to the next slide, okay, not the introduction slide, right? That will take some time. I don't want that. I don't want the slide. All right, what else you can do? At the end of your video, okay, let me see where the end of my video is, because what did I decide to do? So let's say I've decided I am not using this. So I highlight all of them with Shift, delete. This is the end. Oh, what's that? Glitch. Sometimes it happens. For some reasons. Yeah. So if I want to add, let's say I go to home. I want to add credits. So that will be at the end of my video. I want to add a credit, and I would, for example, like to say thank you for watching. Yeah, so I type in thank you for watching, and again I can move that somewhere up. I can change the font and everything else. I can also change the background color here, right? And again, I can choose how I want my text to appear. Usually Windows Live Movie Maker chooses something for you, but you can pick whatever you want. So if you want this option, I usually go for this one or this. And then again, you can pick how long you want your caption to last. So double click on your caption and then text duration here on top. If you're doing the video for YouTube and you want your last, you've got your last slide here, it would be good to use space on the bottom here for your subscribe icon here and your next video to watch. So I always like to leave that space, because if you, for example, put a lot of writing and then your writing is somewhere there, and then you want to add the subscribe button or anything, or your next video, it takes some space, okay? So you have to be aware of that. So you always put it somewhere on top. You can also play with visual effects. So let's say, for example, you can go to animations, or visual effects. So let's start with animations. So you've got a lot of different options here, again, to choose from. For example, if you want your transition from one slide to another to be, oh, it changed now to this. Maybe it was just for the first slide. Yeah, so the first slide only allows you these options, right? But if you click on the second slide, you've got more options here. So you can pick how you want to go from one slide to another. Maybe there will be blur or another blur. This is quite nice. Let's see. Oh, where's my music? Where is my music? My music has shifted because I've been changing things. I want it to start there. And actually, I don't want the fade in. I want it to start straight away. But it's too quiet. So again, I'm going to my music volume. I change the volume so I can hear it. And then I play. But you know what? My music starts a little bit with some delay. It's still too quiet for me. I can't hear it. So what I'm gonna do is I can go here. Obviously, I'm clicking on the music, and I can change that in my start point, because there is a little bit of delay. And I don't want that delay. I want my music to start straight away, let's say, for example. But I don't want it, so I can go to start point, and I can, let's say, click at 4 seconds, right? To start at 4 seconds. Now it's too much, yeah? So maybe to 30. Yeah, okay, so that's gonna work. Okay. Yeah, I didn't want the fade in. Yeah, it was too quiet. Yeah, so you have to be careful, because again, my caption has moved because I was playing with all those timings, and you have to be really careful because these things do move when you play with timing, when you change, you know, how you arrange your music, whether you want it to be to start maybe at a different point in the video. So you have to be aware of that this might change. The captions might maybe moved somewhere else, and then you have to adjust it. So I think, you know, my advice is to just first do your video and be happy with how it is before you start adding any captions, because then you will be very frustrated if you start changing or cutting the video and rearranging the slides, and then you will end up with a lot of pain because all your captions will change. They will be in different places, and you will have to basically start all over again. So yeah, do bear that in mind. Okay, so that's that. So yeah, I was talking about different animations. So you've got different transitions from one slide to another, right? How you want to go from one slide to another. Maybe for this I can pick something like that, or a star. It's cool. That's cool. Oh, that blur. Did I say blur? There. I wanted the blur, but it kind of disappeared. I don't know why. So again, I go there, click, click. Yeah, I've got a nice transition. Yeah, very nice. So you can add some variety to your video. So I can make another transition. Go to animations again and pick something like that, maybe. Or this is cool. What's that? Yeah, so you know, it depends on your video, on your, or maybe a flash. Where's that? Is that a flash? Cool. Yeah, that's very cool as well. Maybe I can add the flash here. So you can basically play with it and just do whatever. Wipe down. What's this? Whatever floats your boat. Where is that? I missed that. This one, I think. Right, I missed that. Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's it. What else we could do? We could do visual effects. So it depends, you know, if you want your video to be very funky and cool, then you can obviously change to these different settings. Look at that. This is cool. Yeah, nice. And maybe every second slide you can add, maybe you can change the color. Yeah, that's nice. So you've got a different effect here. Maybe here you can have, oh, that is weird, the ripple. I don't like the ripple. Oh, here you've got some sort of a fade in from white. Let's see how it's gonna work. Nice. Yeah, you've got, it really adds some spice to your to the video. Here's something, wow, edge detection. Edge detection is cool. Oh, this one is nice. It's got different colors in one slide. You've got red. It starts with red, green. Come on, you've got blue, purple. Lovely. I really like that one. That's one of my favorites. What's this? Oh, I don't like that one. Ooh. Fade out to white. Oh, I like fade out. Let's see how it's gonna be. Oh yeah, fade out. All right, very nice. What else do we have here? What else? This one is cool. Look at that. What's it called? Threshold. So let's go there. Slow motion. Yeah, so you know, it's up to you. You can do anything you want basically with that. So have I forgotten about anything? Sorry if my camera is shaking a little bit, but you know, I've got my camera on a pile of books here, and it kind of shakes when I move my hand. Oh, if you don't want to use the same song for the entire video, you can also do that. You can click on the music. You can put start point, maybe from the beginning, like I did. So that's the beginning. Maybe end point could be, I don't know, 15 seconds. 15. And maybe you want your music to finish there. Maybe you want another piece of music to go from the next slide. And then you can do that as well. So you go home, and then, you know, you make sure you've got your cursor where you want your music to be added, and then add music, and add music at the current point. And then you can select your file, and it will start from there. So that's an option for you too. You don't have to stick to one piece of music if you want to. It depends on what you're doing, basically. You can add videos as well and photos, so you can add anywhere. You, for example, click here, you want to add more photos, you click on that, you know, and then you go to your folders and pick whatever you want. So that's an option as well. Oh yeah, another thing I think I forgot to tell you is brightness. So you can also play with a little bit of brightness here. If you don't like this, you can apply some more brightness to it. Look at that. Yeah, so you know, if you have a really dark video and you want to slightly make it a little bit lighter, which one can I use? Maybe this one in the woods. Come on, click. You can still brighten it up a little bit, so that at least it gives you some sort of an option. It's not there's not much you can do here. It's just put it up or put it a little bit down. But yeah, that's all. That's what you can do with Video Live Movie Maker. It's very easy, very straightforward. I really like it because it allows you to cut your video into lots of different parts, and it stops where you want it to stop usually, because sometimes you really have to cut the clip at a specific time. And what I've noticed with one software I've downloaded, and I really didn't like it, is where when I pressed stop, it didn't actually stop right there. So it was like there was a slight delay of 1 second, but it's really important that, you know, the program is accurate, that, you know, if you press stop, that is when you want it to stop. So what you can do now, if you're happy with your video, if you're happy with what you've done, I usually do two things. I usually save project as, so I go to the file, let me show you again. So I go to the top left corner here, and I save project as. And then you save it, you give your file a name, and you save it wherever you want to save. And then I go there again and I save movie. I save movie, and then go to the top, recommended for this project. And again, give your movie a title. So I would say, I don't know, what if. But this one will be saving it as a proper video, because the other one is the project. You're saving the project only, so you would only save this. If you've opened your project, you would have this. Whereas with this option I've just showed you now, you save movie, recommended for this project, you actually save the movie. So if you play it, it's going to be played as a video, and you can upload it to your YouTube channel if you want it. So that's that. And also bear in mind that if you are editing your videos here, your clips, the quality of the video might not be very good. That's what I was a little bit afraid of when I was chopping lots of oh, this keeps shaking. When I was chopping a lot of videos, and I had I had at least 200 or 300 different frames opened here. It was so long. And the quality of the video when I was playing, it was really horrendous, and I was a little bit afraid that maybe that is the final quality of my video, but actually it's not. Windows Live Movie Maker makes your quality really bad, but when you actually play it, it's okay. It's gonna be alright. So don't worry about that. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you've learned something. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Yeah, that's it for today. Thank you.